Poppy with Poppy Stamps, and I am going to share this super cute little mini coffee cup carrier with you all today. So I'm not going to make this exact one because I'm going to be honest with you. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. I had not used this DSP yet, so I was trying to use that, and it is pretty. I mean, I think I like the way that it turned out, but this is just not knocking my socks off, let's say. So let me put this back in here without ripping it. I don't want to have to untie it. Hold on a minute. There we go. Okay. So I don't even know how I'm going to decorate this one. I have picked out the DSP and the cardstock, but as far as decorating it goes, I don't know. So you guys will have to be patient with me as I kind of like talk myself through this and figure out how I want to decorate it. So I am using the Gilded Autumn DSP and Early Espresso. And for our strips, these are cut at 2.5 by 11, and I went ahead and scored these at 2 3/4. I'm just going to lay those to the side. I'm going to use my layering ovals, and I'm using the smallest oval, and we will die cut out our little circle up there at the top. Then for the cup holder, I wanted my cup holder, I've seen these and seen them smaller, and I wanted my cup holder to be a little bit taller so it would really hold the cup in there securely. So, and I will tell you, I put adhesive on the front to hold that down, but it's still kind of coming apart because it's a tight fit in there, that cup is. So to make the box, and you can make a different box if you want to, but this is just how I decided to make mine. I'm using Early Espresso, and it's 8 by 8, and I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/4. And I'm just going to turn it and score it the same way again, 2 3/4 and 5 1/4. Okay, I'm just going to put this over to the side, and then we'll just burnish the score marks. Let me grab my bone folder. Okay, so you're just going to take your snips, scissors, and you're just going to cut up on your score mark. And then I just ever so slightly wedged, and the only reason I did that was because I want to remove that bulk from that score mark. Because no matter how hard I try to cut on my score mark, I never get it completely cut away. And then you're just going to turn it and do it again on this side. And I'm just basically going in there and removing my score mark. Okay, and then do this one. And then that one. Then what I'm going to do is on these 4 tabs, I'm cutting away. Oops, I accidentally cut into my cardstock right there. So I'm just leaving enough to put the adhesive on it to form the box is basically what I'm doing here. Okay. And then, let me see. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So what I did then on these two is I'm just going to angle these down like that. And it just makes the inside of the box look prettier when you're putting it together. You don't have to do this part at all. It's just something that I decided to do. Let me grab my Stampin' So Plus, and I'm just going to put a little bit on each of these tabs right here. And then we're just going to fold those up just like that. And that's going to create our box. And you can be more careful than what I was and try to get your tabs, these that you're leaving a little bit closer in the same size, but it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, so there's that, and then this, you can see the cup is going to fit right in there. Move that off to the side. I'm not sure I'm going to use this, but I cut for a belly band just in case I do. It is 12 inches by 1.5. And then the DSP that we're going to line the outside is cut at 2.25 by 8. And then for the side panels here, I cut these at 2.25 by 2.5. And then this is all you're going to have left of waste. And you can still use those from that piece of DSP. So I'm going to use Tombow just because I want to be able to adjust this if I need to. And I got some on my table, so let me grab a paper towel, because I can see that terrible accident just waiting to happen. So I'm just going to center these. And the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to die cut our oval out here in a minute. And so I want to try to get this, as straight as I can, the oval lined up the best I can on each one of these. Okay, I'm going to let that set up just a little bit. Oops. I'm going to take my cup out. It doesn't matter which ones we use for our side. Either one can be your side. It doesn't really matter. But I am going to go back in here because that's one thing I noticed that I personally do now that I've switched back over to the switched from using this and tear tape, using the Stampin' Seal. I don't go all the way to the ends, and I need to get myself more in the habit of doing that because, as you can see, these two pieces aren't really holding together right there. Let me wipe my fingers off again. And I'm just gonna hold those together for a few seconds. And then, okay, I'm just trying to decide which ones I want my sides to be. And like I said, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal, I think. I like the Tombow because it really gives you the few seconds that you need. Just make sure you're putting your DSP on correctly, not upside down like I just about did. And I tend to kind of try to move fast when I do my videos, and that usually comes back to bite me in the butt because I forget something, or that's normally when I make my mistakes. So let's see. I'll go with this side, I guess. And then I'm just lining that up as centered as I can get it. Move that out of the way. Let me move all of this. I'm actually going to keep this because I might use that for decorating here in a second. Okay, let's bring in my Stampin' Emboss machine. I can never get the name of this thing right. Okay, now where's my oval? Okay, I just got it because I just showed it to you. There it is, underneath my paper. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Kind of want it up towards the top, trying to make sure I have it centered on the sides. Let's put our plate on there. Hopefully it will not move. I'm just going to do it twice just to make sure I cut through both layers. And then what I did with my other one was I just laid these pieces together, lined them up, laid them together, took my pencil, make sure that didn't move, and I'm just going to lightly draw that oval just as a guide. I can erase this as soon as I'm done. So I'm just going to lightly lay that on there. It moved a little bit, but I still think it's going to be okay. And I'm sure we're going to need the big shot again because I'm sure, boy, that did kind of jump. It did kind of make it a little bit crooked, but I think it'll be okay. If you guys seen how long it took me to come up with this design. You would just say, oh, it's fine, just go with it. Because it literally has been a very long process. Okay, then I'm gonna burnish these up really quick. Grab my Stampin' Seal Plus. It doesn't matter which one you layer on top. And then we're just going to layer them right together. I'm gonna flip it over, make sure I have it. And that is correct. I'm gonna put this piece Stampin' Seal there. Put our box on. We're gonna make sure that our paper is facing the outside. And then I'm just gonna take my bone folder, make sure it's adhered really good in there. And then I don't even think I'm gonna put adhesive on the front to hold that together, because like I said, it's not really doing that great of a job. It was kind of pulling loose. I think I am gonna probably use this belly band to help keep that closed when we get to the decorating process. So I didn't even bring my stamp set, so let me pause you guys and I'll grab the stamp set I'm gonna use. Okay, I still don't know how I'm gonna decorate it. I'm gonna use the Beautiful Autumn with the 3 punches. That is what I'm featuring this month in my monthly kit club. I do have a template, but I'm not sure if I can share it with you guys because it was shared with me. But I have been told that if you just take your coffee cup apart, and I know you'd hate to have to waste one, that's how you can get your template. I will ask, and if this is okay for me to share it from the person that shared it with me, I will link it in this video. I will ask that question by the time the video goes up. I should know. So I'm just going to take, if you have directional, you would want this to be your top. And mine, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't want it going this way, but it doesn't matter. But if I needed one to go up, this is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom. So you're just going to draw your template on your DSP and then cut it out is all you have to do. I'm going to go over here to this side and draw that, and then I like to turn it. Okay, I hope I'm staying in the camera frame for you guys. Okay, that's all you have to do for that, and then we'll cut this out. I hope that's not too much of a glare. Okay, and then we'll just go around the bottom. Okay. This striped is probably one of my favorite papers in that whole pack of paper. So I'm going to put adhesive all the way around. Okay, grab your cup and then just lay it on there. And it took me a couple of tries to get mine to go the way I wanted it to go. So you might have to take it off and adjust and try it again. That one's pretty good. That one kind of went down, but let's see where we end up. Okay, I'm gonna, because it kind of went down more than what I wanted it to. So let's try it again. And it could be that my cutting was off a little bit. And there we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Let's go ahead and put our lid on. Okay, now we need to figure out how we're going to decorate this bad boy. Now, I hope I have enough ribbon. I wanted to still use the ribbon. So let's see. I'm going to use my little clips that I got at the Dollar Tree that I absolutely am so happy I found. And if I ever see more, I will definitely buy them again. Okay, I'm going to have plenty of ribbon. Let's go ahead and trim that off. And I'm just going to tie this in a bow. I might have not cut enough. Okay, you know what? Let's wait a second, because if I'm going to use the belly band, I'm not sure if I want to put this on first or put the belly band on. Let's see. Let me grab the belly band. I'd probably put it about here. Okay, and then let's see what the ribbon looks like. You guys, I'm a very indecisive person. I think I'd want the ribbon on first. So let's go ahead and continue back with that. It takes me forever to design projects. I'm not even kidding you. I did 4 cards in 2 hours, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, and about, okay, I didn't cut enough, I don't think, for me to tie a bow. Dang it. Let's see if I move that. I don't think I'm going to have enough to tie a bow. So I think I'm just going to tie a knot. Because if I tie a bow, it's going to be a very, very tight. Yeah, I'm just going to tie a knot. Because I did not cut. I didn't want to waste my ribbon. And so I did not cut enough. So I'm just going to tie a knot. And we'll banner these ends. But yeah, I did 4 cards in almost 2 hours the other night, and I was shocked that I got that many done in that amount of time, because it takes me a while. I'm a perfectionist. Okay, I like this one much better already, I can tell you. Now let's see what we think the belly band will look like. So I was going to do the belly band just because of the coffee cup is the same way, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I won't do a belly band now. Let's do some stamping. I have to grab some more cardstock. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I'm going to, I usually try to figure out what sentiment I'm going to use. So I'm getting my 2 favorite dies, my Stitch So Sweetly dies and the Tasteful Label dies. And I think I grabbed some coordinating cardstock. So this is how I keep my little extras. So let me just grab one that I think is going to fit the die that I think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use the Life is Better with You. So let me grab that and put it on. I don't need that big of a block. Sorry, you guys are having to live through this process. Normally I try to have this done, but like I said, I didn't really, it wasn't my favorite after it turned out. Okay, I do like that. So I think I'll put this one with Mint Macaron will be our back. And then normally I like to use Whisper White, and I didn't grab any, so let me grab a piece. I just have a scrap piece here. So that's going to be our background. Now we need to find, let's use this one. I'm trying to think if I want to stick with all of them. I hate to use several products because I don't want you guys to have to spend a fortune to recreate something that I've done. Let's see if that one's going to be big enough. Okay. This is kind of how I do it, you guys, when I'm trying to do stuff. So let me put that back on there, cut that off and get rid of that trash. Okay, let me bring my Big Shot back over. I'm trying to get everything out of the way. And I'm sorry, it's not my Big Shot. It's my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. We need to come up with like a nickname for this guy, because that's a mouthful to say every time. I think a lot of people are just going to switch to start saying, let me bring my die cutting machine in. Because I know I don't like saying a mouthful every time I'm going to use it. And I'm sorry this video is going to be so long. because you guys are living through this process. I try not to make my videos be long, because I know when I'm watching YouTube videos, I don't like to be 20 minutes for a video. That's kind of enough. And those are long, in my opinion. Okay, let me grab my mat. I am going to hurry up, you guys. I promise, I promise, I promise. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp that right in the center. I'm using Early Espresso ink. And I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. So let me grab a new pack of dimensionals out. Yeah, I can't design on the fly like this. This is making me nervous. It's making me have anxiety. I like to have my stuff done, planned, and know what step I'm doing next. Okay, now I think what I almost threw that away so we can kind of see. And then I'm just going to stamp, I think. Grab the stamps. I think I'm just going to stamp a couple of these leaves. These are my favorite. I've used these so much. I didn't grab any crumb cake, and I don't want to have to pause the video again. So we'll just stick with Cajun Craze. I'm just grabbing 2 small blocks. Maybe. So I'll just stick with Early Espresso and Cajun Craze, because that's the cardstock that I grabbed. So here's my Cajun Craze. Early Espresso. I have right here. And then I did also grab Mint Macaron. So let me grab a piece that I can use to stamp, and we'll just see what we can come up with super quickly. Okay, I have Early Espresso already open. So I'll just do 1 of each. And then I'll clean my stamp. And then let me grab, move that out of the way. Let me grab Mint Macaron. My ink's right in front of me, guys. And we'll do the same thing. And I'm doing 1 of each because I'm not sure. Oops, that had some water on it, so let me move on down. And I kind of pushed really hard on that too. Okay. Clean my stamp again. Need to go clean my chamois after this video. And then we'll do Cajun Craze last. And let's do, so I'm doing 2 of each. What I was going to say is because I don't know how I'm going to design it. So I'm just, and we don't have to have that many. So we'll just do 2 of each and see what we end up using. Now let's grab the punches and we'll punch them out. Okay. And then this one, those punches make a lot of noise. They're kind of loud. Sometimes you just don't expect it to be that loud. So basically, I think what I'm going to do is just layer these around the sentiment a little bit. And we'll just see what that looks like. Grab my Early Espresso. And if you guys, oops, let me cut this, and I'm going to have to make this shorter. I stamped that upside down. The punch is not going to fit. Okay, what I was going to say is, now I just screwed that up. Okay, hold on. Let me restamp this. This is the kind of day I'm having, you guys. This is the kind of day I am having. Okay, let me clean that stamp. But what I was going to say, I do a monthly, did you guys just see that? A monthly card class. And this is the stamp set that I'm featuring for this month with the projects. You can check that out on my Facebook page. I'm going to wipe this off. You can check that out on my Facebook page if you want to see the projects. I usually do a YouTube video, but this month I don't think I did to show the project. So maybe I'll do one after this so you guys can see. And I would love to have you join us. We have members sign up every month. As long as you sign up by the 20th of the month, you get that month's projects. If you sign up after the 20th, you will get the next month's projects. Let me grab my mini dimensionals. That is ink, not coffee. Okay. So I'm just going to put one on the back of each because, like I said earlier, I don't know which one I'm going to use, what color, what combination, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to do one of each. Let's grab some big dimensionals and we'll put them here. I'm going to slip my cup in and take this off now. It probably would have been smarter to put my cup in before I tied it, but I didn't. So I'll just go. And the lid is kind of what bows that out. So that's how it looks if you don't use adhesive. So it's going to be, if you want to use adhesive, I will show you. It's kind of coming apart. And I did use the Stampin' Seal, but that lid is bigger. It's pushing it out more. So that's what's causing that to do that. But I like the way that that looks. So I'm good with that. But you could use the belly band, like I said. And I'm not sure. Let me grab it again before we finalize everything. The belly band would hold that in. I'm just not sure that I like that color with that. And it really kind of covers the DSP on the side. I don't really favor the belly band, so I'm not going to use it. It's not bothering me that it's bowing out there. And like I said, you could use, I didn't use very much of the Stampin' Seal Plus. So if you wanted to try it and put Stampin' Seal Plus on it to see if that would hold it, you could even try the tear tape if that's bothering you. But it's not really that big of a deal to me, to be honest with you. I'm going to put one here. And I really like that mint macaron color too with that Cajun Cray. So I'm going to put one right there beside that. And then I think I'll grab an early espresso one. And let's see if we can put it, let's put it kind of up there like that. And then we'll do a Cajun Craze. Do a Cajun Craze right there beside that. Okay, I do like this one, you guys, much better than my original. And again, I'm sorry this video was forever long. Please forgive me. But this is my project for you guys for today's video. I hope you like it. And I will have the supply list and the link below. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.